Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing a Felid Fire Elementalist of FeFE, and we just picked up the Barnacle Rune, I think? I think that was the last episode. It must have been, right? Because here we are standing by shoals. I was looking over... It's been a little while since I got a chance to play, so I had to do the usual reorientation. I remember I was talking about maybe abandoning Fedhas for Jiva, still undecided. And it looks like I am training to get Bolt of Fire usable more regularly. It's down to 5 pips of hunger now, so it probably is pretty usable in terms of spellcasting. But I'll get it to 10 before I cut it off. The thing is, where do we go, right? Spider has that Asterion problem, and if we went for Jiva, that would just be solved. No problem at all. We would just slimify him and he would die. Well, not die, he would turn into slime. So that's cool. But we are sort of in a good place in terms of Fedhas piety, finally. And so I think we may still be able to stick around. Stick with Fedhas. We only have 5 fruit left, and the Oklobs are what did most of the work in shoals. And so we won't be able to do a lot more of that. But, you know, hopefully that's okay. I'm thinking we just go to, like... I haven't found vaults. That's interesting. Oh, I didn't finish Dungeon 14 even. What was all this about? Oh, Rupert. Oh, and the Fire Giant. Yikes. So this is probably vaults in here. I see. Well, let's go do Dungeon 14. Oh, jeez, I gotta like remember what the heck this character is about. I have an offline character going at the moment because oh, actually, let's just pray to melt this guy a little and get some piety back. So I was without an internet connection for a while, and it's like it's weird to go back and forth between like this super fragile I'm trying to go super califragilistic, right? It says super fragile. It made me think of Mary Poppins, but the super fragile Felid who can't approach anything ever and has to use spells against everything. It's weird to go like back to this after a few hours playing as a demon. Oh, this is vaults. Yes, this is familiar. After playing as like a demon spawn gladiator of Kiku, which I mean, obviously I cast a lot of spells. I mean, not a lot. I cast some necromancy-based spells, right? Yeah, these mushrooms are garbage now. I would need, I mean, which is fair. I would need more invocations since they were great at like 10 invo a long time ago. And there's no reason they should stay great at 10 invo all game. Right? So, I don't know. I guess the hope is that the reproduction ability that we have access to now can be productive, and we won't need to use mushrooms all the time because the mushrooms are not really doing it for me anymore. Could you just knock it off with the... There we go. Spellcasting is not at 10 yet? Okay. I'm just hoping the mushrooms don't seem to be doing enough anymore. And I don't really want to train more invocations so that changes. Maybe that's short-sighted and foolish, but, there you go. Oh, that's right. Fire giants are, like, unkillable. And also they will kill us, so that's a problem. I gotta get out of here before that gets worse. Okay, yeah. So that's an example of another monster that I feel like, yeah, I feel like Jiva would solve more problems than FeFE does now. Oclobs were great, but there's just some classes of monsters that we can't cope with at all. Fire Giants were too one-sided. And, you know, some mushrooms could do some damage to him, but he just has to fireball them and they all just melt. So I'm thinking we actually do switch to Jiva now. I don't know, maybe this is going to be the last mistake I ever make on this character, but I feel like not doing anything is making a mistake as well. So take fate into our own hands. Jiva time. Yeah. All right. Now we have a jelly. We need to help him eat stuff. Oh, they can't eat stones. Haha. So that we get some piety. What's this? There's just stones everywhere? Hey, buddy. You want a Book of Flames? That's our starting book. You can have it if you want. That's how much I love Jiva. Yeah. Slurp it up. Oh, look, bolts. Anyway, when you start worshipping Jiva... What, you didn't want all of them? What? Interesting. They're not eating all of them. They're eating, like, some of them and then splitting. Huh. Alright, well... So, when you switch to Jiva, like, you do some boring stuff for a while. Which is basically just walk around everywhere getting items slurped up for piety. Unfortunately, the jelly is spread, you know, somewhat rapidly so that you don't have to wait forever. But so, you know, anyway, we need to get some piety going. The nice thing is that we can get piety without really gaining much experience. Let's check out over here. Whoa, fire crabs. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about, like... Thank you, Jiva. Alright, we're up to 1 star. Fire crab is the kind of thing where, like... That's exactly what Jiva's going to help with. A single monster that we just can't even fight at all right now. Alright, it looks... What is this about? I guess I should have checked if the mushrooms are still around. I don't know. Anyway. Now, so we can request jellies. What I'm worried about now is that these mushrooms are going to kill me. I don't know how that works. Do they vanish or do they turn hostile? If they do turn hostile, I don't know. I guess it's not such a big deal. They can't move when you're looking at them, and I have Fireball, so... Right, we want to, like, find floors... Oh, here's what I can do. I can just search what's on this floor. Plenty of stuff. Enough to justify spending some piety on a jelly. I just wanted to grab that box of beasts before we let them loose. Here you go. Give me a jelly, please. No, I guess I should have walked next to an item before I did that. But they have, like, some kind of weird sixth sense. They can just find items. What's left on layer 6, anyway? There's still some stuff, honestly. Oh, yeah, it's all in there. I don't want to mess with that. Let's actually check. What have I dropped? Is there anything I've dropped that I might actually want? A Book of Minor Magic. The Papyrus of Flaming Attacks. I don't need this. I've got all the good spells in there already. Spatial Translocations. I could want that. I'll try to grab that when I head into Orc. Passage of Galubria, basically, is the main thing. And Apportation, we already have, so... But Passage of Galubria can make a big difference in getting the orb. And sometimes in stealing runes, which, as weak as we are, is something we're presumably going to do on occasion. Right, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to mark the level map as forgotten. We'll auto-explore it all. Thanks, Jiva. Well, I mean, I'm not sure I love that, actually. But okay, I think Jiva's adjusting my strength to like 9. That's sort of Jiva's default strength setting if you don't have heavy armor. Jiva doesn't want you to have 0 strength, so that is a thing that kind of sucks. Okay, but we're gaining piety. That's what matters, and that's just like, I don't know. That's just Jiva's life. That's just how Jiva is. You just gotta roll with it. Whatever stats Jiva gives you, that's good enough. And it's gonna mean that our strength is gonna be about 9. Hello, jellies? Are you guys coming? There's stuff right here. Come look. Come get it. Yum yum. Yeah. Look. What's this? Gosh, these guys. You gotta treat them like a puppy. Except like a puppy, you want to eat your slippers. Or is that what dogs do? Allegedly, like, I mean, not. The trope is like they chew on your slippers or something. I don't know. All right. What's on this floor? Nothing really worth writing home about. Yeah, I think so too, Jiva. This floor has a bunch of arrows. We could get those, I guess. Sure. Where is all the, There's a button you can hit to cycle through items, isn't there? That does it. Nice. Yeah, let's head over here and request a jelly. That'll at least get us a couple things. It's a little weird that they don't eat things all at once. Stacks, that is. I didn't realize that. So, this video may not be that exciting. I mean, if you're into watching jellies eat stuff, you know, go for it. That's probably what you're going to see. Come on, guys. There's more stuff on this level. I know it. I don't know. Let's just rest. Yeah, okay. Oh, good. We're gaining food now from our jellies eating. That's nice. It's not a huge deal, but... Alright, it looks like they've sort of cleared out this floor. But it's important that we do this all at once. Rather than over time, because we need to not be getting experience while we do it. We need to not get experience until we have enough FeFE piety. Sorry. Jiva piety. Because... Okay, so one good thing is we already have resist corrosion. So that's nice. Is that... Why? Oh, it's on our ring. I forgot. Okay, well, fine. But one of FeFE's wrath effects is to send Oclobs after you. And that's a lot easier if you have resist corrosion. But, okay, so we already had it. But I just want... God's wrath effects are all, like... gated by experience. So, like, every time you gain experience, the gods, like, subtract something from a little tiny internal timer, and when you've gained enough experience, they send something to punish you, and when they've punished you enough times, they forgive you. So, since we can, unlike most gods, we can make progress with FeFE even without getting it. Progress with Jiva, without actually getting any experience. So we can get a ton of Jiva piety without enacting any FeFE wrath. Enacting may be the wrong word there. You know what I mean, though. Making him mad at us. All right, looks like they've more or less finished this floor, so let's go. How are we doing here? An artifact. You guys want an artifact? There's not that much here. Yeah, let's just go. Should be more here, right? Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this. What does the trove want? Potions of haste. Okay, I have 0, but I do have a wand of haste now. I feel like I must have actually quaffed some potions of haste here because I didn't know about that. But maybe I just, like, didn't have the wand yet. I don't remember. But, okay, so we should collect potions of haste. Anyway, let's find an item here. I don't know, this one, and drop some. Oh, I'm standing on it. 0. No. All right, let's just request a jelly right here. Help yourself, man. Oh yeah, that's some good piety there. Good work, guys. So we're probably in all honesty never ever going to get 8 potions of haste or however many it is we need. Because Jiva's going to be eating them all. But we've got the Wand of Haste, so that should be fine. Alright, there's still some crap on the ground, guys, so if you could hop to it, that would be great. Oh, we got pseudopods! Nice! Not going to matter too much, but sure. I mean, it's for many characters, it's a bad mutation, one of the worst you can get from Jiva, because it gives you an auxiliary attack that's like quite good, but it cuts in half the effectiveness of armor. And for us, it's just like a strict benefit. So, great. I'm in favor. And we're just going to keep doing this for a while. I don't know if it's going to take the whole video to get our piety up or what, but we'll see, I guess. Okay, we'll just do the whole auto-explore. This is like a trick that I like to... Oh, you can finally slimify them. Okay, great. And we got another good mutation. Thanks, Jiva. This is a trick I like to use to just, like, choose a reasonable amount of time to spend on a level waiting for Jiva slimes, is to, like, explore the whole level yourself. Again, even though you don't really care. And that way, like, you end up spending sort of a reasonable amount of time, even though it doesn't really matter. Because, like, otherwise, what are you going to do? Hit 5, like, 8 times? Sometimes 5 lasts for a long time, sometimes it doesn't last very long at all. This just seems like a sort of reasonable and measurable... Why does it say done exploring twice? I guess just it prints it every time you hit O, and I hit it too many times. Okay, fine. I should actually be checking a little bit more carefully what's on the floor here. Let's go grab this. I can't, okay, because there's an excluded centaur. I can handle a centaur now, I guess. Alright, you're dead, buddy. Go. Pick up the money. Alright. This is, okay, so alright, the wandering mushrooms are still around. Okay, that's good to know. But we can kill them. And look, they're not even yellow anymore. So we definitely were falling behind in terms of invocations. Which is not exactly a surprise, but it's nice to have it confirmed. We just don't want to walk adjacent to them is all. We can throw arbitrarily many flame tongues, and I don't have to waste any like hunger with bolt of fire or fireball. On the other hand, we're getting hunger basically for free now. So, what was that? We got a new mutation. Jiva, what was it? Acid. We got an acid bite. So, at some point, we might choose to start training unarmed combat, because we will get a fair number of auxiliary attacks. You know, a lot of Jiva's mutations are good for melee characters. And Slimify is a great, very, very good ability, and it's one that works better if you have better attack skill, because you don't miss as much, and it's really quite bad to miss. Alright, look at all this crap. Here. You're invited, Mr. Slime. Right now, of course, we're not gaining any experience, so it doesn't matter what we're training. We lost our acid bite already. Whatever. It comes, it goes. That's how Jiva rolls. Yeah, there go our stats again. Losing our int and gaining our strength. Bleh. I feel like Jiva's stat shuffling could stand to be improved. Hello, Jellies. Wow, good to see you guys. Oh, we got rid of that bad mutation. Very nice. In fact, I have changed Jiva's mutation or stat shuffling just a little. Nothing too exciting, but ooh, I might want that Book of Ice. On reflection, though, I don't. So great, you guys, Jellies, just have at it. It used to be, a thing that happened to me at one point was I had jewelry and equipment of like plus 12 strength or something, some rather large amount. I don't remember how that ended up happening, but it did. Whatever. And Jiva wanted my strength to be 9 because I was a draconian, I think, something like that. Anyway, or maybe I was just wearing a robe. I don't know. And so Jiva's like, well, you have plus 12 strength, and I want your strength to be 9, so I set your base strength to -3, or yeah, -3, so that if I ever took off all my rings, I would die, or not die. I mean, you don't die, but So this, among other things, this sort of solves our food problem. Not that we had much of a food problem, but it's nice to not have to worry about spell hunger at all. Even though, of course, as you guys know, I usually don't worry about it anyway. Now, with Jiva, we're constantly full. Anyway, so I just changed it so that if Jiva wants to set your strength to a stat to a negative number, then that's not allowed. Jiva still picks the same goal, but if that goal happens to be negative, Jiva's not allowed to make the change. Now we could fight Sigmund, no question. Yeah, let's just go get him. We are level 17. I guess Sigmund will be okay to fight. Yeah, take that, you jerk. Yeah, we can clear the exclusions that were left on this floor, I think. Anyway, so I think it would be nice to Jellies, could you guys come over here? I don't know where they all are. It would be nice if Jiva would not shoot like 9. What I don't know why. Why 9? It's not an outrageous number. Like 1, I don't know. I guess you don't want your strength too low because then you're vulnerable to like stat draining stuff, right? 9 seems a little high to me, but okay. I guess players used to, and I guess some still do. I just never really subscribed to that. Used to prefer. What am I thinking? To have your stats all be above 7, because there are some attacks in the game that can drain a stat by exactly 7, but no more. And I guess that's still true, but it's just never really been a big concern to me. So Jiva setting it to 9 seems reasonable enough in that context, I suppose. But there aren't, as far as I know... Hey, I like that mutation, Jiva. Could I have it back? As far as I know, there are also attacks that can drain like your int by a bunch all at once, or your dex all at once. And I don't think there are negative or lower bounds on like how low Jiva will want your strength to your interdex to be. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I hope you guys like this sort of reverse dungeoneering we're doing. We can identify. We can justify this as clearing up before the orb run. Want to make sure there's nothing scary here. Ooh, new potion. All right. Can we? I mean, you don't even have to really request a slime. Like Jiva just drops some in on occasion, but it's faster to request slimes, really. Anyway, so we're up to 6 pips of Jiva Piety, so anytime we can go to the slime pits and grab another rune, as well as whatever loot we can grab before the slimes eat it all. I'm real glad at this point that I have 10 scrolls of recharging already, because I'm probably never going to get any more. If you play a fairly fast, that is not fast move speed, but like a fast clearing character. Ooh, give me this. I don't know what I excluded here. A dart slug. Oh, that was this game. Jeez, it feels like forever ago. I remember it now, though. Yeah, all these rats. This is so familiar. You guys remember this? I do. It was a while ago, and I didn't even remember it being this game. I just remembered it doing it at some point in the past. Anyway, what was I talking about? Who knows? I don't know. Probably something about Jiva, right? We've been talking about Jiva for a while, since we switched. Yeah, you guys pick all this stuff up, please. Oh, right, on a faster character. A character who can, not one who can walk faster, but who can kill monsters in areas more quickly and more recklessly. You can end up finding a fair amount of additional consumables, even if you're under Jiva. But for someone who has to play as cautiously as a Jiva worshipper, you really just should count on no consumables at all. Alright, so let's head to Slime. And, you know, we don't have, like... We don't have controlled blink, obviously. We do have a scroll of blinking, but we're not going to use it to pick up the goodies in Slime. We do have haste, which I will happily use. Yeah, so everything in here is going to be friendly. Hey guys, what's up? Just me, a slime kitty. We're the royal jelly. Yeah, okay. How many levels are in Slime this game? 5. Okay, I wasn't sure if we had come in here before or after the change to make Slime be 5 levels. Hey, Disillusion. I've never had you be a friend before. Nice to meet you. Hello? Buttons are not doing anything. Alright. That was a little weird. Yeah, I want to make sure to not step into Slime 5 until we're ready. So one thing we could do is use teleportation to like get closer to the goodies before instead of having to walk to them. But we have so little teleportation that I don't really think it's worth wasting one on that. So I'm just gonna haste up, go downstairs. All right, we seem to be in the northeast corner. So let's run southwest as fast as we can. Okay, so we have a port, and we have jelly paralysis. 2 things we could... if we see something we really, really want, we gotta take it. So every turn I'm gonna be doing this. Okay, artifacts we don't have to worry about. Jellies won't eat artifacts. But anything else that looks good, we have to demand it. Like that book, right? Gimme. Anything in here that we want? Delayed fireball. Could be worth it. Every so often that saves a life. I'll take it. Oh, geez, I didn't empty my inventory before coming down. Oh my gosh, I can't pick everything up. Oh man. I'm a dummy. I'm a real dummy. Let's drop immolation and slowing and flame and random effects. Okay, that was pretty dumb. Another new book. Gimme. It's a Grand Grimoire, which... I mean, summoning is a good thing for a kitty cat, because it means you don't have to be adjacent to monsters. But I don't really imagine we're going to be able to branch out into that, are we? Maybe. I don't know. If we are, though, it's not going to be with 7-level spells, or level 7 spells. I don't think. Book of Beasts is, like, more realistic, right? Or Book of Summonings, which we can get from a shop anytime we want. There's a lot of things we can branch out into, and I don't really see any compelling reason that it should be Summonings next. And even if it is, the Grand Grimoire is a little bit ambitious. Alright, anything that I can still take? I mean, Identify is nice. Let's turn Auto Pickup off. Phantom Mirror is kind of cool. Let me pick this Scroll of Fear up. They won't eat the rune, obviously. I could apport some scrolls or something, maybe. But I want to, like, make sure I don't miss something really important. Although, honestly, as a feel-it, a lot of this stuff... Wait, a Book of Fire. We've already read that stuff, right? Wait. We're carrying one of those. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I thought we had seen that before. Alright. When you get to, like, the center here... What was this? We got a new thing? No, we lost pseudopods. Alright. 3 new kinds of books is worth... Well, actually, nothing can step on them this turn, so... 4 kinds of books now. Alright, everyone stop eating things. I need to take them now. And we're just going to use a port to grab everything we want. Let's take a Scroll of Identify. Books. Books. Hey, who let you in? No, he's not actually eating anything. Agility. Honestly, more important than a book, probably. I gotta keep an eye out, make sure that nothing's moving around. It's sort of hard to tell if they're paralyzed. That guy can move. Not a big deal, though. What else do I need? I got all the books. I want some gold. Oh, Potions of Agility times, like, a lot. Over here? Potion of Might? Sure, I guess. Why not? Crystal Ball of Energy is just not that important. It could be nice if we were going, like, zigging, but we're not. A Lamp of Fire? Do we already have one? We do. Wait. Yeah. I thought I might have pushed the wrong button and checked what was on the floor rather than what was in my inventory. Alright, what else? Anything on the floor that we don't have already? Well, let's start reading the books. We have... I mean, so like statue form, right? It's a good spell if you're going to melee things, but right now that's 3 entire spell schools that we would need a lot. Sorry, 3 skills we would need a lot of, right? We have no unarmed combat, we have no earth magic, we have no transmutations. We would need all of those to make statue form a good idea. I would be happy just getting unarmed combat this game. There's so many other things I need that I'm not too concerned about statue form. Good as it would be to have castable. Battlesphere? That could be good. and here's a Book of Frost. We already have one of those in a shop, but you know what? Let's learn Azukuba's armor. Like, what's the worst that could happen, right? Well, let's learn Delayed Fireball. Yes. Let's learn... Where did Azukuba's go? Oh, there it is. Yes. Let's learn Battle Sphere. Yes. Alright, and we'll assign those some more reasonable. So we'll put Delayed Fireball in capital D, I guess, since I already have several Fs. And put Azukuba's on O, very good, already there. Battle Sphere, I don't know, B, capital B. We could put it on I, maybe, for Iskenderin. And, oh, Potion of Might. Oh, I'm already standing on that. Alright. Let's grab the potions and the scroll and the gold. Alright, their paralysis is wearing off, but there's nothing else I want here. So we'll just auto-explore the rest. Ooh, we got some scales, that's nice. And plus intelligence mutation, was that? Yeah. So this is like the good side of the switch to Jiva, right? It seems great right now because nothing has happened yet. We haven't gotten any Fedhaus Wrath, and we haven't fought anything. And we just got a big pile of goodies from the Slime Vaults. Oh, what's Jiva's last name this game? It's Jiva Jadaunan, I guess. Cool. Alright, well let's try this on. You know, I would wear that instead of Magical Power, I think. Yeah. And if I'm carrying Rings of Intelligence, now is the time to drop them. Here, you slimes can have them. You want it? You got it. Here you go. And I don't need my Ring of Flight either. And I'll just put this on. There you go. So we lost some MP, but we gained some useful resists and some intelligence, so it's like fine. I'm not going to make a big deal out of training up the new spells we picked up just yet. I just want to make sure... Wait a minute. I didn't pick up the books. They're gone now. Okay, that's why I learned the spells right away. Oh, that one's still here, huh? They didn't want it. Oh, because it's an artifact. Funny. So, statue form is still available if we ever decide we want that. Fine. Well, we have 2 runes. You know, who thought? The second one was way easier than the first. But, as I said, that's because we haven't paid the price yet. We haven't had to fight anything while Fedhaus Wrath is after us. But hopefully that won't be too big a deal. Hopefully. And this has all taken a while, so I think that's going to be the end of this episode, and even though we fought like almost no monsters, I think we sort of got a lot done. Look at that, we have a whole new god. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.